2005 4Runner with the V6.
Did that hurt to chop off an IFS front suspension and go to this solid axle? People are gonna love this, dude.
Honestly, the whole reason I put this back here is for my dog.
All right, guys, so we're out here with Dean and his badass 4Runner.
So it's a 2005 4Runner with the V6. Solid axle swap with coilover bypass in the front. Kind of make it a crawler pre-runner kind of mix.
So you took out the IFS.
Yep. I'm not a fan of the stock IFS, so I chopped it all off.
So the four-wheel drive and the IFS just wasn't cutting it for you?
No, I kept breaking the CV axles. So
okay.
I wanted solid axle so I could run the bigger 35 spines in it.
Man, did that hurt to chop off an IFS front suspension and go to this solid axle?
Not really. It was more just a lot of sweat.
Yeah, just a lot of work, huh?
Oh yeah.
Right on, man. And then, so did you do this all yourself with your friends, or?
No, I had a fabricator do the basics of the solid axle and the roll cage. My friends and I went through it and changed some things to get a little more up travel and had a little more clean travel. There was a little bit of binding and stuff hitting, so we redid some of it. Oh,
so you guys kind of cleaned up some of the stuff?
Yeah.
So tell us about this axle, man. What kind of axle is it?
So this is a diamond fab housing.
Okay.
It's a Toyota 8-inch center with a Dana 60 kingpin outer, which is really weird. I have to run a tapered axle that goes to 35 to 30 because the 8-inch you can only get a carrier up to a 30 spline. So they're custom shafts that make it so it works. So I have all the big boy stuff on the outers, but the center is small. My whole point behind that was keeping the weight down. So for the whoops, like going fast, I don't have unsprung weight bouncing up down, and also so I have a higher clearance because the 9-inches sit way lower.
So this is kind of like a pre-runner rock crawler kind of thing.
Yeah, that was the basis of building it, was so I could go out with my friends with all their go fast toys and kind of keep up, and then when I go out with my friends with the rock crawler, they go out in the rocks.
So dude, I bet you get a lot of people stoked on this thing.
Yeah, I have a lot of people like hitting me up on Instagram about like just questions. I think there's only 16 or 17 people in the country that have solid axles on a Fortune 4Runner. So there's people that are like thinking about doing it because they see everybody else that has them.
Yeah, but they're scared.
Yeah.
Because it's scary.
Yeah, you have to cut the whole freaking thing up. They ask all the questions, and the biggest thing is how much it costs, and they don't like the answer.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's cheaper ways of like doing leaf springs, so you could basically just get it out there so you can go rock crawling. But if you want to do it like legit with the links and the coilovers and the bypasses, it's pretty pricey.
So again, we have the 2.5 dual rate coilover, king coilover. This is a 14-inch shock?
Yeah, 14, and then also a 14-inch 3-tube 2.5 bypass.
Dana 60 kingpin hubs, right on.
So they're off of a Chevy, but I had them converted, like I got blanks so there was no lugs, and I had them made to a 5x5.5. It's usually a 8 lug. It's off a one-time truck.
That's probably one of the strongest points right there, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons I wanted solid axle too. So if I did a 1-ton, I have big ass hubs. Because season's coming up, I want to go do some more rock crawling with my friends, and I didn't have a winch, and I wanted the security as like if I got stuck or I broke, I didn't have to rely on other people to pull me out. So I bought a winch since I had a winch bumper already, and then so I just did a Smittybilt 9500 with synthetic rope, and then just nice barrel lead. And
this is a really aggressive bumper. Is this purchased from somewhere, or is this
It is purchased.
Or is it custom?
Weld it yourself.
Who makes that thing?
Relentless Fab.
Relentless Fab?
Yeah, they're up in I think Sparks, Nevada. Yeah, I also wanted to go that way so I didn't have to pay as much in the shipping costs because quite a ways to get it down here.
Got the lights built into this thing?
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Drilled a hole and just push them in there.
Just threw it in there. That's cool. What's front wheel travel? What's it limited to right now?
So it's strapped at 12 right now.
Okay.
It has 15, but my links are too short, so it pulls back too far. I need to redo the links locations to actually like use the whole travel of the shock.
All right, cool, man. Let's move on to the back of this thing.
So the rear of the truck, I did a 4 9-inch swap. So it's just a junkyard axle out of I think it's a F100. So it has a spool with 488 gears and chromoly just 31 spine axles.
So you're not messing around. You wanted something that's going to be reliable and to be able to take the abuse.
Yeah, I want to go bigger in the axle shafts to 35s one of these days.
Okay.
Just to have more beef because of the rocks and the big tires. The 4Runners come with a coil and link setup, and I converted it to a Deaver setup.
So you changed it over.
Yeah, cut all that off and put leaf springs on it. It's got a rough stuff truss on there.
Okay.
All the mounting stuff back here is rough stuff. And then I have a Curry sway bar back here, which most people don't see because it's blocked by the tire. That was like honestly probably one of like my best purchases, even though it's one of the cheapest ones. Before I start going fast and just like the little whoops, and the truck would start swaying, and I almost, my first trip out, I almost landed on its roof. I got sideways in a wash and just started going.
Oh my God.
Went on 2 wheels, and I luckily saved it.
Jeez.
And I got home and bought a sway bar.
First thing you're like, I need a freaking sway bar.
Yeah, most leasing trucks don't run sway bars, but because of the weight of my truck and the shock spring inboard for the articulation, it leans way too much.
I've seen some jumps. This guy's freaking a wild man.
That was a baby one. I need to go faster.
Still a wild man, man. To take anything that weighs this much off the ground is wild, you know. What's up, dude? People are gonna love this, dude. Look at this, you guys.
All this was done by a fabricator.
Okay.
I've added some stuff to it. Like the rear tube where the shock's mounted kept breaking off. We added those gutsets in there.
Oh my God, yeah, that's not good.
I was terrified because it's the back seat and there's people sitting right there, and I don't want to smack some person in the head.
So you guys rebuilt that?
Yeah, we redid the shock mounts because they were bumping out way too soon. So I just kept bottoming out on the shocks.
As you guys see, this is serious business in here.
Yeah.
You know?
Weirdo with my exhaust inside too.
Oh yeah, it comes out right there, dude. Insane.
Yeah, a lot of people ask questions about it, but it's because of my sway bar and because I went Deavers that I don't have in how high it bumps out.
Okay.
The exhaust would get smashed up between the axle.
Okay.
And then if I dump it under the car because my floor's cut out for the shocks, all the exhaust fumes come inside. So that's the only way to get the exhaust out.
Right.
Without.
Yeah, breathing exhaust fumes is super bad from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
And then yeah, getting it smashed by all your suspension components is is pretty bad too. So
yeah, I need to do a little more on it because it's getting the shock too hot. It's really close. They have some heat shielding that I'm gonna put on it just to help keep the heat down.
So you got a full size spare.
Yep, big 37 somehow fits back here.
Very cool. Got the triple bypasses. 2.5.
Those are 16-inch.
16-inch. Okay.
Yeah, I have about 17 or 18 inches of travel in the rear.
Nice.
And then the front was like 11, 12.
Okay, cool. We got your battery back here.
Yep.
We got a jack back here.
Yeah.
Tool bag. All this good stuff.
Got everything I need, really.
Looking good, man.
The only thing I don't have is a place to put a cooler, but.
Okay, and your gas tank still stock gas tank?
That's the main reason I did Deavers, because the only way I could get that travel number and the articulation I wanted with the stock tank without doing some like crazy 3-link.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Let's see. So looking good, you know?
Yep.
You could fit 2 people back here pretty comfortably, and there's a lot of headroom back here, which is cool.
Honestly, the whole reason I put this back here is for my dog.
Is that why?
Yeah, and it turned into people sitting back here.
Damn people. So take us through this. So you got the stock dash?
Stock dash. I had to modify it a little bit, obviously to get the cage in, and then for leg room on the passenger side, had to get the glove box out.
You go through the firewall, you do the links, you do all this crap, you're gonna lose all of this stuff.
Yep. I mean, I still got working AC, so.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so it works up here.
Yeah, it works up here.
Oh, that's not bad, dude.
I had to cut the duct out because I put a aftermarket transfer case in. So it's out of a FJ Cruiser. So I can have a manual shift, which is in the cup holder.
Nice.
Nobody really sees it.
All right.
Yeah, so the center console I modified to fit the radio, the intercom, and like some other little things.
Nice.
Put my push-to-talks, integrate them in the stock stuff.
Oh, okay, so you got the push-to-talk?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Basically just did a quick release with some bucket seats.
What kind of steering wheel?
That's a MPI. Just
MPI?
Lost the center cap. I had a horn, and it keeps falling off.
Radio work and all that good stuff?
Yep, radio works, door speakers work.
Nice.
So we're sitting out on a sand dune or out in the rocks, blast the speakers.
So AC and heater works?
AC and heater work, yes. Heater works better because all the cage, I had to cut all the duct work. And I need to put like the vintage air system or something in it, like to get their flexible duct work and actually integrate it into my dash to make it work right.
Okay.
But with the stock stuff, it works, like it does cool, but the heater's better, which use more of that in the desert season anyways. Right.
That's true, man. Especially out in Johnson Valley, man. It is freezing out there in the winter.
It's been out
snow
there.
sometimes.
Yeah, we've been out there in the snow.
So this is a necessary tool, right?
Oh yeah, definitely in the rock. They are rock sliders, or some Jeep people will say they're steps, but...
Steps, yeah. Tell me about them.
They basically protect your doors when you're coming off of rocks, which I've hit before when this used to be an overland rig, so I used to have like a tent and everything.
Okay.
And I thought I wanted to rock crawl when it was like that, and I hit the doors a little bit.
So you actually use it to like slide down rocks as a slider.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Yeah, some people actually use them like when you get into like tight quarters, and they'll like bump up against the sliders, and they'll pivot their truck around the rock. Yeah, it's welded to the frame. This was one of our first welding projects on this thing. We modified it a little bit to pull them out. It shows some of the beginning welds of the build.
So you're running 37s, Toyos?
Yep, 37-inch Toyos on just cheap steel rims. I mean, I want to get like method beadlocks or possibly race lines. Just depends on what I can get for a good price. They work. I haven't popped the bead off them yet.
Definitely an aggressive looking tire setup right here. 37s with the black steel rims.
These tires have done me well. I've whacked them on a rock last weekend and they didn't even...
Nothing, they're good. Well, that's cool, man. I appreciate you sharing this thing with us. These things are really cool. I really appreciate the work and effort that goes into these things. You guys have any questions for Dean, please at him. It's really cool to see this kind of crossover thing happening with like the pre-runners, the rock crawlers, like the rock crawlers that are capable to like go fast in the washes and the whoops and be able to like jump, and you know, with the bypasses. It's just really cool to see that. So it's new to me. It's probably a thing that's been going on, but I think like it's starting to happen a little more.
I'm pretty sure King of the Hammers kind of woke up that beast. So.
Yeah. King of the Hammers, definitely. It's your fault, guys.
People saw rock crawlers going fast and like, oh, I could do that with mine too.
You guys got people like Dean that are actually making it happen. So
always hit me with questions because I'm always eager to help people out. So
hell yeah. All right, dudes. Well, thank you guys so much. If you guys know somebody that has a 4Runner, or some moms out there that have 4Runners and need to do this to it, you guys definitely send them this video, share this video, help us grow, help our channel grow, man. And thank you very much. Later, guys.